So recently I put out a video on how I handle big dogs when they jump. Now when I first put that video out, I'll be honest with you, I thought it was going to be like,
yeah, everybody knows that.
So today I'm going to redo that. Originally when I made that video, I was trying to put it all together in a short, but it's just way too much information for 60 seconds. So today I'm going to redo it and basically go over other techniques you can use as well. So stay tuned. I have Gunner here with me today, and Gunner is, I have been working with him to not jump. He is trained to not jump. However,
step across the line. Habitually, he's a habitual line stepper.
Now, to him, this whole thing is just a fun game. He enjoys it. So let's start off first with what I was talking about, and that's the hand on the head. The reason I put the hand on the head, and if I can pet the dog, that's even better. But they don't always allow that. Sometimes they'll bite your hands and stuff like that. So if I have the ability to pet the dog, that's what I choose to do because my hand is there, and I know that my reactions are quicker with my hands. So another thing too, when you put your hands on the top of the head, like I'm kind of doing now, I'm not pushing on his head. I'm just trying to touch the top of his head. And the reason for that is, as you see, if he does decide to jump, I can just push him down. It doesn't take any force really to push him down. It doesn't hurt him in any way whatsoever. All I'm doing is, as soon as he goes to jump, I'm just pushing down on his head slightly. If they bite, that's a different story. A lot of times what I'll try to do is, I'll try to pet the top of their head. At a minimum, I at least want to keep my hand in their face. Some dogs will still jump with your hand in their face, but they're less likely to. Again, I really want to pet him if I can. That way, if he does jump, I can just push him down. On my last video, a commenter brought up that you could also close the distance, which I have seen before. I typically don't do that just because I've seen dogs still jump. And so basically what they were saying is, when the dog is about to jump on you, you basically close the distance and you move up on them, which it does work. The problem with that is a lot of dogs will still jump, as you've seen him, because they don't know that you're closing the distance. That, with the closing of the distance, the trick with it is to close that distance before the dog has a chance to actually jump. If you don't close that distance before the dog has a chance to jump, the dog's gonna hit you with a lot of force. So again, you have to time it and get in there before he actually has a chance to jump. If he does jump at me, I'm putting my hand in his face and I'm taking a step back. That's it. That's all I'm doing. A lot of times they won't want to jump if a hand is in their face. If a dog's biting at you, that's a whole different story. You can't just hold your hand in front of a dog that's actively trying to bite you. This is again, if you're entering a house, the dog's trained, it shouldn't jump on you to begin with, right? Like I said, the other thing you can do is come up under the chin. I like to get behind him if I'm doing that, and I'm not wrenching, I'm not grabbing his jaw and lifting it back. All I'm doing is kind of cradling it. I'm putting it in my hand and just kind of a tiny bit of pressure, if that. Really just holding it there. That's good if you're trying to like force them back. Same thing with the getting in their space. That's good if you're trying to force them back. But if a dog is actively snarling, growling, you think that dog's going to bite you, none of this is going to work. None of this will help you. This is only for animals that, like, it's a friend's house, it's, you know, and their dog might be a puppy or it might not be as well trained. You know, that's what this is for. This is just so that you don't have a big giant dog jumping all over you. Remember, if you control the head, you can control the body. Right? So I can force him down, I can force him back. I say that I'm forcing, but I'm not actually forcing. It kind of like a crocodile, how, you know, they have a lot of bite force coming down, but not a lot opening up. It's similar to that, or like the old trick where you stick a finger out to your nose and you try to walk forward and you can't. It's the same thing as that. All I'm doing is I'm just going from the top of his nose and I'm just pushing his head down. That's it. Right? Just like that. I'm not grabbing his nose. I'm not grabbing onto it. And now I'm not pushing him back. All I'm doing is just not letting him push forward. That's all. I'm just holding my hand there and not letting him push forward. That's it.